Who's in there? Hello. Happy Monday. Can you hear the music? If I had live shows, like if I did a live thing, if I was in Chattanooga proper in a old like bookstore or and I had a live show during the half hour that leads up to the show, there would be music. I'd have some discs and I'd be playing some of my favorite songs. Well, everybody gathered, got some coffee. And then I'd end up talking to everybody in the crowd and forgetting I had a show to do. It's probably what would have happened. But the show would just be that. It's just what it is. It's just us, John. Hello, welcome to Monday. I hope you've had a good one. My thoughts are with everybody in the Midwest who got slammed with storms. That was pretty awful. I didn't even realize it. Producer Jill had to remind me that there were horrific storms. I was talking to my sister, and the storms there were like nothing we'd ever experienced. So, yeah, it's end times. So it's end times. I guess that's the answer. So, good evening. Hello, Mark. Good to see you. I hope your surgery went well. I hope you're doing Jim Dandy, sweet candy. Rob, good to see you. Jason, hello. Books. Tim's here. Howdy, Tim. Good to see you. Kevin Collector, Kevin Hyman, Ron. I called you Rob, but there's a Rob right below you. He's right below you, Ron. Shh. He's right below you. And then there's Phil, who sold Christine to get a death bus, which is fine. Death buses are expensive. Congratulations on that, Phil. I'm not drinking Tang. Oh, shit. I didn't even. Hold on. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, okay. See, producer Jill makes them too good. Hello, Magic Duff Bucket. What have you got for me today? Oh, a mango mule. Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you, Magic Duff Bucket producer Jill. She makes them. I just couldn't even. I had to get right to it. It's absolutely delicious. I'm not a big mule drinker, Moscow Mule. Some ginger beer, it's some vodka. It's a whole lot of pessimism. It's some simple syrup. And then, but she added mango to it. And by golly, it's delicious. Now I can't find my skull ring. What a shoe show. This is the opposite of a smoke show. You know what I'll do? I'll wear this one. Bam, boom. All right. I got a skull ring. I got to have a skull ring. You know what I use for my ring holder? A shotgun shell, 12 gauge. He's got fingers like 12 gauge shells. So now if I write that in a story, you'll say, "Oh, I get it. His fingers are about that big." Like 12 gauge shells. So but I am mad that I don't have my silver skull ring. But it's too late. Pens down moment. The test is live. So anyway, mango mules, delicious. You add the mango to it, you lose some of the pessimism that Russians are known for. And this ring is way too tight. I can't. This finger is gonna be purple by the end. Purple. But there's no help for it. So yes, let's talk about mango mules and books. Greetings. And then who else is here? Hardcover Fanatic. Hello, Joshua. Good to see you. Brandon's here. We had a lot of rain and thunder. Yeah, we miraculously got only the good stuff. Like they predicted rain. They said it'd be horrible. Usually we follow whatever hell unleashed in Chicago. It usually shows up here a couple of days later. But all we got was the good stuff. Like it was 90 degrees, and then all of a sudden, bam, 72. It's room temperature outside. It's fantastic. It's like Aruba, or so I heard. What I don't know what Aruba's like. Number one. Number one's here. Hello, number one. Yeah, mango mule sounds damn. It tastes delicious. This is probably the only time Ron's gonna not beat me with his tequila tastings and his gin and tonics and such and so on and etc. This is probably the only time because this mango mule kicks. Do you know Tuco, our good friend Tuco from Breaking Bad? You could say this mule kicks like its its parts were wrapped in duct tape. I don't know who's on. So I really don't want to. I see 18 people, and I'm pretty sure you're all adults, but just some things I don't want to say in front of number one. I forget she's here sometimes, and I'll say things that are a little blue. But I think a little more of this. And we're gonna be like, we're gonna be very talkative. I agree. I can't top a mango mule. Have you guys ever heard of a mango mule? It's a smoke show. I've never heard of it. I think producer Jill, whenever she like entertains households of people, every single time she reinvents the wheel. So it's not like she has a staple of anything. She'll have a staple food. She'll be like, I'm going to make X. And she sets about to make it and does an entirely new recipe, something brand new. And then she's always adding stuff like 15 minutes before people show up. It's fun. It's fun because she's like, she does it to herself. I don't know. But she's just striving. She just wants to outdo it. And it's a lot of work. But the mango mule was sort of sprung on us. And I'm like, this is how to do a mule from now on. I guess you add a mango to anything. I mean, you can't add a mango to a stout. But hello, Zach Long is here. Zach is here. Hello, Zach. Zach, who deals with the things up in the sky often as a pilot, dealing with the sky. And I think because Zach showed up, the first thing I'm going to talk about is this book. So, King Sorrow. Now, when I posted this in the newsletter, and the only reason I say that is because you got to be upset when you see stuff like this, Zach. You got to not be happy with that, like plane with like a dragon claw through it. I still haven't read this book, but PS Publishing is going to do a limited edition of King Sorrow. And I realized when I teed off on it, I'm like, who needs another special edition of King Sorrow? Well, Broken Binding did it. Goldsboro did it. And there were a lot of signed editions available. So it was all over the place. A lot of people were getting on the King Sorrow bandwagon and there was a lot going on. How many do I have? I have, I only have 3 myself. But then somebody pointed out that Levidian will likely do it. So I don't want to take away from Levidian. Like, we do need a special edition from Levidian. Like, we can be honest about that, because King Sorrow from Levidian is going to be epic. No doubt in my mind it's going to be epic. The only question I have is he going to try to recreate the scales in the leather, or is it just going to be like regular bonded leather like the other editions? So I don't know. I don't know how Brian James Freeman is going to go about it, but it's going to be awesome. So when I was poo-pooing another limited edition, please don't think I was poo-pooing what Levidian will do. It's just PS Publishing. I can't get super jazzed about it. I like PS Publishing, but not more than SST. Definitely not more than SST. And now probably not more than Broken Binding. PS has not really blown me away with their books. I don't really care for the paper they choose. They're glued bindings. Um, I will say one really good thing about PS is that they go bonkers with the art. The art, there's Dead Zone is loaded with art. So I do dig that, but they're doing King Sorrow, and I just don't know. I got to read it. I've heard a lot of mixed stuff about King Sorrow. A lot of people saying it was amazing, and then a lot of people saying wasn't good. So, I got a dog crying at me. I don't know why. So anyway, what are you all saying? What are your feelings? Did I miss something about the sky? There was rain. There was rain, Zach. I started talking about the rain in the Midwest and all that stuff. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta let the little Japanese chin go somewhere. Because nobody was gonna let her out and she was just gonna cry and then, whatever. So yeah, that's all about the sky. That's it. Hey, some random guy, good to see you. Oh man, I'll be on the lookout for dragons tomorrow. I fly to Detroit and then back to Atlanta. Detroit, Motown, Motor City. I've never been, but I do know that there are so many blocks that are abandoned that the city has shut off streetlights to those areas, and then crime goes way up because people can do things in the dark. Detroit stories. Detroit. And I do know a guy was trying to buy blocks of abandoned homes and turn it into like a zombie paintball experience. Could you imagine if you could have a real life paintball, like where you're like they stash paintballs in the houses and you could do like a Resident Evil type of experience where you go in there with a limited number of paintballs and you have to survive for like 4 hours and you have to find medicines and other things in order to survive the zombie, and you have to go house to house, you have to explore, you have to clear rooms. You go in a house, you don't know if there's a zombie in there. But I don't think the city let them buy those blocks. And then they filmed Barbarian, and I think then he realized there might be stuff going on in Detroit that I don't want, because then those people that played the paintball would end up murdered, because of Barbarian. You ever see Barbarian? Fantastic movie. Zach Kreger is my guy, my horror guy. Love his stuff. Barbarian, Weapons. I'm looking forward to Resident Evil. Zach Kreger, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna have him on the channel. Yeah, Ron, you're the one. I read it, but I didn't like King Sorrow very much. Love The Other Hill, but not this. Same. I DNF'd King Sorrow, and I even read The Fireman, so my Hill bar was already pretty forgiving. Damn. And then I heard people raving about it. So, and trying to get a copy is as hard as getting Curious King edition. If it's Stephen King, yes. If it's Stephen King, you're going to have a really hard time. Even though I passed on 11/22/63, and then I passed on Firestarter. I was matching a number for a long time. I have The Stand, different seasons. I followed it from The Stand. No, the Tommyknockers all the way up to different seasons, and then I hopped off. So King Sorrow, the backstory has a backstory that gets into a backstory. That's hilarious. That's funny. And if do right, it can be awesome. I think. I love stories within stories. But if it just becomes super cumbersome. For example, have any of you read Slaughterhouse-Five? I'm reading it right now. I'm almost done with it. What an amazing book. I am so glad I read it, or I'm reading it. Like I said, I'm about, I'm a little bit of ways, but not by much. I'm reading the Suntop numbered edition. The art's fantastic. The pages are beautiful. Everything about it's amazing, but the story is awesome. I could see some people not digging it because it jumps all over. The main character is unstuck in time, and so he flashes back, he flashes forward, he kind of zooms all over the place, and you don't really get a linear story in the way that people probably like. If you're not paying attention and you don't dig the groove of it, you're going to be in trouble. But it's a satire. It's a anti-war novel, and I don't know. I think it's brilliant. I love it. A good friend of mine I used to work with recommended it to me. Paul Suntup recommended it to me. Then he published it. So you could say he had ulterior motives, maybe, but no, I think he knew it would fit me, and it does, like a glove. Oh man, that's a great book. So, I now regret introducing Jeff to Smoke Show. Hey, RA, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to know you're here. Welcome to the Smoke Show. Um, yeah, I have catching up to do. So I realize I've lost, 20 years or so of using the phrase. It was a phrase that was never meant for me to use. I'm not that guy that would use the phrase, but I hung around with the guys who would use that phrase. And so I get it. I understand. I have an appreciation for the culture around Smoke Show. Or at least an understanding, yes. I've never had a problem getting a King book from them. Yeah, I don't know, Mark. I mean, there are a lot of people. Cujo was a big headache for tons of folks because he started to batch them out. So they had a morning batch and an evening batch. And so, like, I missed Cujo's morning batch, but then I got it in the evening. And it sucked because if they just kept that morning batch open for a minute more, I would have got it. And so it sort of pissed me off, and then it hung over me all until I went and got the second batch. I almost didn't even bother this for the second batch because I'm just like, whatever, it's going to be hanging over me, but I don't have Cujo. I wanted Cujo. I think Glenn Chadbourne did a really good job on it, and it's a great read. So I'm actually glad I saw it through so I could do the reread. Do you know that the Spain team is staying in Chattanooga? Our hotel was right next to theirs. Saw the team come out into the shuttle. Lots of fans. No, I did not know that. I did not know. Spain is there. So it's FIFA. FIFA faux fum, right? Soccer. Yeah. Did you know soccer is an actual legitimate term that was created in England? So it's not like the US is just being a bunch of asshats and go, no, football, it's American football. And everybody else calls it football. No. No, look it up. It was invented in England and we used it in good faith and they switched it up on us. So none of that Anglo supremacist stuff. Now, I don't tolerate that here. But yeah, no, I didn't know that. Did you get much sleep? I imagine athletic team's going to be a rowdy bunch, a boisterous bunch. Oh, if I get Mango Mule in my mustache, please forgive. Please. If anyone is still looking for Levidian's rack, looks like it's at Subpress. Oh, man, you're getting ahead of me, Lance. And did I say hello to you, Lance? I did not. Hello, Lance. I'm doing that now with a hand gesture. Mark, I was never successful, but I'm not really upset. I'm happy for you and those who get them. Yeah. Yes, I saw that too. I was going to talk about the rack last week, but it wasn't an open pre-order thing. It was a secret pre-order, so I had to keep my yapper shut. And I really wanted to talk about it because I missed out on the discount. I could have got it for a lot cheaper than 150. Well, somewhat cheaper than 150. Um, and I passed on it ultimately. I just said, no, I just can't. I have this one. I have this little guy that you guys saw in the background last week, John Fahey. Credit to him. And I have this is signed by Tom Didi and Philip Fracassi. I got Philip to sign his story in here. So I was signed first edition. I'm happy with it. I think this one is amazing. I think Brian James Freeman, oh my God, chef's kiss on this. I love what he did with it. You know, it's a typical die cut slipcase situation. But every story gets its own book cover. And that's just fantastic. I'm sorry. Malfi stories in there. There's a Malfi story. There's what do we got? A Jeff Strand story in there. Of course, a Philip Fracassi story. I can't remember all the people that are in there. I want to read Johnny Compton. Never read him, so that would have been a great chance. Well, I have the Rack paperback, but just this book, you know, just this it'll be a better reading experience as a hardcover. And just some really fantastic authors. Unfortunately, Philip Fracassi's image for The Visitor is placed right next to Richard Chismar's image. And that like gets me really angry because I don't even want to acknowledge that Richard Chismar's in this. I hate that he's getting any love at all. I really am. I'm so pissed off at his whole thing. It just sets me off to see it. And then to see A Nightmare on Elm Lane. The dickhead has never had an original effing thought in his piece of shit brain. I didn't realize I was going to get so mad. But this guy is just a thief. Just as what is it? Stephen King's The Sun Dog, where it starts out, "You fushing thief." That's what he is, a fushing thief. Oh, is it The Sun Dog? I don't know, but I love that story. And just to see Chismar, what a pile of shit. Anyway, so that's a little thing. It's just a little thing, you know. Clay McLeod Chapman's in there. I really liked Soft Jetsam Tender Flotsam, or I'm sorry, I butcher that title all the time. Soft Flotsam Tender Jetsam. I think that's the name of the story. I really liked it. I thought it was a very, very well written, thoughtful, pretty deep exploration of one father's grief. And while that father is grieving, the reader hates that dad. It's all very interesting. So I really liked it. And that's still available. Rapture has like 13 copies of the numbered edition left. I recommend you go get it. But anyway, I am so, oh yeah, Better by You, Better Than Me, Rebecca Rowland. I've never read her, but anybody that quotes has a Judas Priest title as the title of their story, it gets props. Anyway, so a lot of really interesting authors that I've not read yet, and I should read them. As I'm looking at this, I'm like, dumbass, you have it sitting right there. So this just will knock me loose to go get it, to go and read it. And I passed on it. So, but I can get it at Subpress. You can get it at Subpress right now. Let me see. Let me refresh the screen. It's still available. Add to cart for $1.50. That's what you can do. I don't know if SST for any of you guys across the pond, SST might have some. I didn't check. So I remember seeing a jerk having a ton of copies of PS's different seasons at double the price. This is the problem. Resellers buying copies and an actual collector could get. Yeah, I mean that's the case as old as time, Jason. You know that. You got scalpers. Remember Ticketmaster? People would walk up and buy the first 10 rows of a concert. And then all the true fans were up in the nosebleeds. And, all the wealthy people who really didn't give a shit too much one way or another about the band um, would sit in their rarefied air. So yeah, it's the way of the world, man. But I hear you. It is an awful thing. I usually, sometimes I buy doubles of books, um, if they're pretty affordable, and I like to then give someone an opportunity to have that book that didn't. So I'm not doing it to screw people over. Um, and I almost never sell. I mean, I have bought like artist editions from Suntop to resell them if they did go up and then recapture some money and also, see, play in the secondary market a little bit. But I did that with the intention to do that, but I never followed through because I find it all very distasteful and a real like you're scrabbling for nickels, right? It's not like I bought a book for 30 bucks and then I sold it for $1,500. It's just silly. So yeah, I don't like to do that, dabble in that. It's a waste of time, waste of energy. But I love giving books to people, really special editions to people who are without them, that I happen along and I can make somebody's day with that. I like that. That's much more fulfilling and worth my time. I ordered the rack, but I might end up ripping out the jizz store. You cannot. You cannot. I dare you to grab those pages and try to rip them. Your will shatter. You won't be able to. You'll be like, no, it's just too damn beautiful. Those are just cursed pages. You just don't read them. That's all. Well, hello, Mitch is here. Mitch, I already talked about Tender Flotsam, Sweet Jetsam. I'm mocking the title. It's a great chapbook, though. I can't get the title right ever. Soft Flotsam, Tender Jetsam by Clay McLeod Chapman. How many you have left? You had 13 left earlier today. Tell our viewers what they can win with just like 25 bucks. They can win an awesome story, but it's not winning if you're buying it. Yes. Soft Flotsam, Tender Jetsam is shipping. I know. I should be getting mine at some point. Rob, it is going to be a busy week. Yeah, Mitch, you just get no rest, dude. No rest. I think there are 8 or 9 left. 8 or 9 at Rapture Publishing. What can you do? You can get one. If you've not, I read The Ark and loved it. Oh, I forgot about this. Well, this is part of my I'm going to get to that maybe. I'll just get to it now. I want to get a giveaway, a Goodreads giveaway. I actually won a book I actually wanted. I never win these. I always enter the giveaways. And sometimes I enter them for books I really don't care to get. And this time I won. This is my second Jason Pargin arc. I'm blown away. I'm so thrilled to have this. This is John Dies at the End 5. There are no giant crabs in this novel, a novel of giant crabs. J date 5. And I got an arc from the publisher. And so I am so goddamn stoked to read this. Oh man, I'm so happy. So I had to share it with you, and then I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to do a review. And so I'm going to finish Slaughterhouse 5, and then I have another book I'm going to read, and then I'm going to read this. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Oh, so I'm so very happy about that. Yes. The other book I wanted to talk about was are you guys aware of, are you familiar with Encyclopocalypse? They are a really cool publisher run by Mark Miller, who is Clive Barker's understudy. He's the one I think that wrote Scarlet Gospels because Clive Barker didn't write it. He's kind of taken on all of Clive's comic book stuff, and he wrote The Toll, which is a Hellraiser story, and so he's got keys to the Barker kingdom. I don't like what he did with Scarlet Gospels. I think that book is a train wreck, but so what? Like, uh, good for my opinion, right? And that's all it is. But he does this publishing company that does novelizations. I have Attack of the Killer Tomatoes by Jeff Strand from them. Very cool. Well, they did this book called Chopping Mall, right? It's an 80s slasher movie that I never saw. I have to see it. And they were doing the novelization. And this was back in 2025. And they released, they were announcing it. I was actually really interested in it. And I was going to order it. And at the last minute, they said, well, we pulled the author off of it because he had allegations against him and we're parting ways with this author and we don't like him anymore. Boom, done. Don't ask questions. I asked questions. I said, well, what happened? What, does he have a victim list? Like Neil Gaiman. What did this guy do? And I didn't get any answers. I got no satisfaction. And that pisses me off. I don't like it. You've made it my business. I'm sorry. It is my business. You advertised this book, and then you gave me half a story about why that wasn't coming out. And then a month later, they came out with the same book from a different author. Joshua McMillan did the book. So I've been on the hunt. I've been wanting to read both of them and compare them. And it's impossible to get the Brian Barry edition. So I had an alert set on eBay. This never works. I had an alert set. The alert went off saying there's a Brian Barry novelization of Chopping Mall for $17. I jumped on it. Boom. I ordered it. The picture said Brian Barry. I ordered it. And I'm like, wait a second. But I already ordered it. So I looked at it more closely. They listed Brian Barry as the author. They gave that ISBN, but then they also gave the ISBN of Joshua McMillan's version, and they were both on the same description, both authors listed, same title, everything. And then the image said Brian Barry, but they had a disclaimer at the bottom saying the image is just for, I don't know what it's just to show the cover, the potential cover, but you may not get that actual edition, and you may get a different binding. So apparently, you thought you were ordering a hardcover and you get a paperback. I don't know exactly what it is, but it was from World of Books, and I'm like, God damn it! So 2 days later, it shipped, and then I think a day or two after that, it actually showed up. So I went to open it up, and I'm like, man. Are they going to screw me and give me the Joshua McMillan one? And no, I got the Brian Barry one, Chopping Mall by Brian G. Barry. And other people are selling this book for like $250, but nobody's bidding on it. I never would have bought it for anything other than what I paid, $17. I think it was $19 with tax. It was free shipping. So, but I got the actual Brian G. Barry edition, and I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to read the Joshua McMillan one. I did see a comparison on Reddit where they said this version is nastier, and I like that. I like that it'd be it'd be nastier, and that the other one was a little more subdued, which that kind of pisses me off. Like, I don't know. I don't want to read subdued. You're reading Chopping Mall. This isn't Pride and Prejudice. It's Chopping Mall. So I'm very eager. So I consider this a banned book. I mean, I don't know why Brian Barry was kicked off. They said he got in a domestic situation or an argument with his girlfriend. I actually found a video. I didn't watch it all the way through. At my clock ran out today. I couldn't finish the video. And Brian Barry was just getting to the point where he was talking about his work on Chopping Mall and why he got yanked. So I'll look into it. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I consider it a banned book, And I like, let's buy banned books, right? That's what we're doing, right? We're getting all the things that were canceled. We're collecting them. We're reading them. Nobody said it had to be why the book was banned. Although I probably would never read a Neil Gaiman book. So I don't know what this guy did. So if he's a real monster, I know he didn't make a dime off of my purchase. So that's guiltless, guilt-free. But this is a very rare one. I don't know how many they released because some of these got out. They did a first initial printing of a few, maybe a couple hundred, and it got out into the wild before they stopped the presses and put Joshua McMillan on it. So I was jazzed about it. I thought that was a little, little piece of publishing history. And maybe if I'd been answered, maybe if this person told me, yeah, the guy's a real shit show, not a smoke show, but a real piece of shit, then yeah, maybe I would have passed on it. But you gave me no answer, so I bought it. Hey, what's up? You made it. Hello. Good to see you. Kevin Hyman's here. I thought you were Kevin the Collector. Okay, Kevin, you're not Kevin the Collector. I don't know who that other Kevin is, but hello, Kevin. Miraglia? Is that who it is? I don't know. I'm just working with YouTube usernames. Already number one. That escalated quickly. Satisfaction by Benny Bensai. My God. Those alerts come in super late. They usually do on eBay. They tell you that, or you don't even get one and whatever it was already sold. So I always miss it. Oh, hey, Jason Murphy. Good to see you, Jason. Reddit is full of trolls. Yeah, I know. I stay off of it. Wait, so they released both versions? That's crazy. Yeah, they released this one, but like prematurely. They were like, oops, and then they stopped. And then they got Joshua McMillan to bang out the book in 2 weeks. I'm like, how can that be a good book? Did Joshua watch the movie and write while he watched the movie, transcribing all the dialogue? I mean, what do you do? I don't know if they get the script to work with. I don't know what they have to work with. Did he have this text, a version of this to work with, and then just changed it up a little? I don't know. But they banged it out in a month, and it was released. That was released. The original date was November 19th, 2025, and then the Joshua McMillan one came out December 19th. So I got to get my hands on that one, but I'm going to read them back to back and see what the difference is. Jess Hageman just did a novelization with them. Did she? What did she do? Little Boy Blue. I'm just going to call you Little Boy Blue. What did she do, Little Boy Blue? Encyclo. What? Apocalypse. Encyclopocalypse Publications. Let's see. Pre-order titles. Oh, yes, you're right. What? Okay, I've never heard of that movie. Let's just take a look. You want to check out Encyclopocalypse? Okay. So here it is. Pre-order titles. You got Burn the Palms. Burning Palms. The novelization. Burning Palms. I've never heard of Burning Palms. So yeah, so that'll be Jess Hageman. Of Resurrection fame. Really good, real good Rapture. She said the movie is terrible. Well, I mean, you do a novelization, you're not picking the best, right? You're not picking the best movies. Chopping Mall is not the best movie. It's all fun. I think Chad Lutsky should do River's Edge, but that wasn't a bad movie. That was a cool movie. I'm going to do Roadhouse. Should I do a novelization of Roadhouse? We're going to find out why Dalton is who he is. Get some backstory, some Dalton backstory. Like, what genes does he wear that allow him to kick like that? You know, that's the kind of thing you want to know. Does he use talcum powder to get like less friction in them jeans? I don't know. Rest in peace, Swayze. So yeah, Beast of 42nd Street, and then Curse of the Werewolf. Werewolf. So where is in time. Oh, really cute. Let's see what this is about. Werewolf number 2. Okay. Well, I don't know nothing about it. So I mean, they got Big Lizard. That's cool. So I suggest if you're in for a lot of really fun, crazy books, go to Encyclopocalypse. You got a lot of really, really wild things to choose from. Ooh, all our hearts are ghosts. Ooh. Um, you got Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Like I said, you got Big Lizard. I read both of those. Well, I didn't read Attack of the Killer Tomatoes yet. Anyway, so let's check it out. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And go get the Brian Barry book if you want a banned book. You want to pluck it out of obscurity. Troll in the Dungeon, Harry Potter first movie. I never read Harry Potter. Yes, cancel culture. Yes. Would you read a gaming book titled My Confession? I don't know. I don't think so. I honestly, it's gaming's an easy pass for me because I read Neverwhere and passed. That was a hard DNF. An easy, I mean, quick, like a firm DNF. Like that was uh, way before I DNF books. When you're younger, you have more free time, and you think, well, I can stick with it. Whatever, I'll read something different. I persevered through a lot of books, and I DNF'd that one with quickness. Hello, did you snag the rack offered by Subterranean today? No, Christopher, and hello to the show. We just talked about it. Is it still at Subterranean or did it sell out? It's still available at Subterranean. I passed on the rack. I didn't get it from Levidian with the discount. I'm definitely not gonna get it from Subpress at full price. So, but it is one I think a lot of people are gonna be very happy with. What would have tipped me over the edge is if all of them were if it was one of those books where all the authors signed it. That would have tipped me over the edge. I would have sprung for it. Yeah, for sure. Because I would have bought it and then tried to get as many authors signing it on their story page as much as I could, but I just I wasn't. I just I don't know. So I have the paperback. We talked about that. Yeah. Oops, I did it again. The Jamie Lynn Spears' older sister. Yes. My last day on shift. Time to get wasted. Please don't get wasted. I'm not. I mean, this ain't gonna get me wasted. It's damn delicious though. She's such a terrific author. She seems like a great person too. I wanted Cormac McCarthy to novelize Cocaine Bear, but that ship has sailed, unfortunately. Yes. Oh, the Cocaine Bear that would have come out of Cormac McCarthy's word processor or typewriter or whatever the man used. He probably carved his stories on possum hides. I don't know how he did it, but however he did it, it would have been an amazing novelization. Cocaine Bear by Cormac McCarthy. No love from Mitch. Oh, damn, you didn't say hi to Jesse. But did you say hi to Mitch? Huh. I don't know. That's what I get for being late. No, that was kind of one of the top billing things that I really, because I wanted to talk about the rack last week, and then I reread the email and it was like, no, this is no, don't know. So I didn't. Like there's two other things. There's one thing that's coming soon from Thunderstorm that I can't talk about. And there's something coming. Well, not yet. I think everybody's going to have a chance at this book. I really should be able to talk about it because Thunderstorm is doing one of those things where the print run is going to be set on the pre-orders. So, however many people order this book, that's how many copies they're going to make. And it's in the clubhouse right now. And if you subscribe to a certain author's Patreon, you already know what it is. I don't have any of this author's other Thunderstorm books, which I should have. I should have, but I never did. So if I pass on this, but I don't want to. This one's going to have extra content that I'm going to want. It's all very convoluted. It's a book I already own, but it has more. But it has more. It has more of what I already own and love. And there's a number of you out there right now that you know exactly what I'm talking about. I can't pass on it. I can't. I might have to. I really like the Fracassi books Thunderstorm has done. Yes, I have all of those, but this author did some Thunderstorm books. I think before I was a fan, before I read him ever, I believe, and so like it's a weird thing. Once that ship has sailed, I don't get aboard subsequent ships. It's a weird thing, even though it's not secondary market. I just feel like I'm going to want to chase down all the other ones as well. I did break that rule with Chad Lutsky. I think I got Halo of Flies, the very first Thunderstorm from Chad Lutsky, I believe. And then he came out with subsequent titles that I either didn't see because I don't follow Thunderstorm religiously. Like, I'm not on top of Thunderstorm the way I am, say, Earthling or Levidian or other publishers, SST, for example. So I'm sometimes not aware of what he's offering. And this book is currently in the clubhouse. And I probably don't want to pass on it. To be honest, I didn't realize that was you. I'm typically asleep by now with these lives. Rockabye your baby. I'm going to have to get really loud or just like nasally or even worse just to keep Mitch awake. I'm not passing on it. Okay. I don't know, Jesse. I had to order that Thunderstorm even after I have all the other editions. But Jason, it has the extra stuff in it, man. It has more stuff. You really only need to keep up with Rapture, Jeff. Yeah, I do. And there's another Rapture. Is that tomorrow? I can't tell anybody. There's this Rapture I can't talk about. There's this Thunderstorm I can't talk about. Here's a little thing you guys may or may not know about me. I can't shut up. And so to have these speed bumps in my mouth highway, it's really hard. It's really distracting because I don't do well with being quiet and not sharing like literally everything I think. So it's a rough road. It's a rough road to hoe. Mark, now it just my brain sizzled a little bit. Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. is not here tonight. He wasn't the one getting surgery. It was you, Mark, right? You were supposed to get surgery tonight. I'm looking at the chat as I talk. Like I'm looking at your names like it's eye contact or something. Those sultry I'm not even gonna read that. That gave me the creeps what you just wrote, Mitch. Thursday is the Rapture announcement. Plus pre-order. The announcement plus pre-order. Correct. Last Thursday you had surgery. Yes. Okay. I hope you're okay. I hope you're kicking ass. You kicking all the ass. I hope you're going on to be a smoke show. I have to incorporate that into every live from now on. Dang great. Good. Dang great. Nice. It's good to be dang great. So, what else did I have to show you? It's very good. Oh, okay. So we talked about the rack. The rack is a Tom Didi. He's editing it. It is doing great. Oh, I thought you said dang great, and then I see it says dong great, and I'm like, I don't want to know about your dong, Mark. But then you just say, no, I'm doing great. So that's good. I'm glad to hear it. So yeah, Tom Didi did the rack. It's an anthology, and it's very cool. It's like everybody gets the vintage paperback horror rack treatment. Stephen King's in there with The Raft, which is an oldie but a goodie, and then all those other authors. But then Tom Didi is also, so The Rack is like an homage to Stephen King and 80s paperback horror. His next anthology is also Stephen King related because apparently there's only one guy. Whoa. Wow, everybody. My microphone stand just broke for no reason. No reason at all. That was weird. I was just about to talk shit about Stephen King, and that happened. This is crazy. I don't know. Maybe it's not so crazy, but I feel haunted. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know. Oh, that was crazy. It just broke. I may just have to hold the microphone and talk. Maybe I'll be like Lemmy Kilmister and have it up here. Ace of Spades. I don't know what to do. So I feel like Bob Barker with the Price is Right. So anyway, still floating 40 years of Pennywise. And it is edited by Tom Didi. It's got a lot of contributors, but it is essays, interviews, and artwork by S.A. Bradley, Krista Carmen, Jeff C. Carter, Glenn Chadbourne, Richard Chismar, Charlene Cochran, Rebecca Cuthbert, Victoria Dalpe, Lauren Elise Daniels, Kristen Deere. I don't know so many of these people, but you got Brian James Freeman in here, although it just says Brian Freeman. Then you have, who else would I be interested in? John Langan. Be interested in. And Chris Webster's in here. So he said it took him 9 months to write, or 8 months to write his story. He used the word story, that he put a story in this, but it says it's essays, interviews, and artwork. So what is it? I don't know, but I'd be excited to get it if it was stories. Unfortunately, it does not appear to be the case. All right, hold on. You know what? Here we go. I'm gonna have to do this. I don't know if is there still audio? Is there still audio? felt very creepy hitting send on that, but I had to. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm going to do this. If there's still audio, I don't even know. Oh. Are we back? Chris and Paul Michael Caine in a book together? Interesting. Oh, I love, am I back? We're back. Great. Okay. I'll just have to hold this like this. Yeah, Paul Michael Caine. You want to hear something funny? This book, the book cover was shared on, the first time I saw it was on Francois' Facebook page. And I'm like, that is an awesome, I mean, seriously, the cover is almost worth the price. I think that is an amazing cover. I absolutely love it. And, that's the house on Niebolt Street, of course. And, just so awesome. And I said, oh, I love it. And I said, that is a great cover. That's what should have been on the 40th anniversary edition of Stephen King's It. And I go, actually, I heard that if you buy 5 copies of Banging the Boogeyman, you get a free copy of the 40th anniversary edition of It. I was just making a Chismar joke because he's an asshole. And Francois could appreciate a Chismar joke. And Paul Michael Caine liked my comment. And I'm like, dude, do you have no memory? Do you have no memory of who I am and what I just said to you? I handed you your head. I handed your ass to you because his head's in his ass. What a piece of shit he is from taking money from a guy who has no problem scamming literally everybody he walks anywhere near. He's a pile of shit, Richard Chismar. And Paul Michael Caine is an enabler who's just fine. It's like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine hanging out with him. But he liked my comment, even though I was bashing Chismar. And it was funny because later on, he took away his like because he didn't realize what he was doing, the doofus. But yeah, he's in there too. Oh, I can't wait to read his words of wisdom about how Pennywise affected him and how there's a whole industry. There's a whole huge section of publishing in the horror community that are just parasites on King's balls. Do you have identities of your own? No, they don't. And Paul Michael Caine learned from his buddy Chiz. And yeah, are we going to be back on? Ugh. Great. This is some great content right now. Oh my goodness. I bet you the sound's going to go out again, kids. Okay. That's all I dare to do. That's it. They should sell a print of that cover. I know. Oh, Cool Rooster's here. Hello, good to see you, Cool Rooster. Making some really cool edits on the YouTubes. I'm not cheering you. This is orange juice. So I am cheering you. It's just orange juice. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Francois should sell a print of that cover. He actually, you guys want to see a guy break a leg right now? Yeah. I have some prints from. I gotta find them now. Now I gotta find them. Here they are. When Francois was in town for Jeff Con, he had a bunch of prints and he sold a lot. And he signed them there. He sold a whole bunch. He had a whole big box that he had shipped to me. And he only had 6 left. And so he told me, he goes, hey, instead of me struggling to take these prints home, he left them here. He said, here, you can have them, on the house. And I was stunned and flattered and just over the moon thrilled that he did that. And this is one of them. So this is obviously the house on Niebolt Street. And very cool. There's the balloon. And yeah, he didn't sign it. None of the ones he left behind were signed. And I'm not a greedy guy. So like I'm going to say, hey, if you leave them, just sign them. So, I could sell them for a shit ton of money. And I wouldn't. I would frame them. But I still frame them. And here's the stand. Doop. Very, very cool. I'm trying to see what else he left. Let me see. These are beautiful prints. Oh, okay. And then this. So this is the Bradbury Tower by Brian James Freeman. I'm not familiar with this story. So actual Francois prints right here that I've got to frame and I'm going to hang up. They're gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I'm glad I got to share it with you. Did you watch the new It series? No, I did not. Cool Rooster. We did watch the first episode of Welcome to Derry, but we never watched the other ones because my son and producer Jill won't let me.
The first episode was creepy, man.
The first episode was creepy, but they said by the 5th episode it gets awesome. But you don't watch it with me.
Well, let's watch it.
Okay. Okay, that's easy to say. It's easy to say now when you're on the spot.
I'm serious. We've been so focused with Studio Ghibli.
Okay. We will watch it. As a singer in a band of 55 years, I'm laughing my ass off watching you. Am I back on? Is it we're back. Okay, yes. Those are stunning. Yeah, I know. He's awesome. The print on those is so nice. I got the Chow Alone one. Oh, yeah, that one didn't get left. That was I think all the fans bought up all that stuff. And yeah. And yeah. Yes. Lots of interesting new and previously announced upcoming titles in yesterday's Centipede newsletter. Okay. Yeah, I should have had that queued, but I didn't. I wanted to talk about it because yeah, there is a lot of stuff. So let's get into that. I have the number of the Martzen house hanging up. Oh. That's awesome. So, forthcoming titles: "Silent is the Grave" by Cornell Woolrich, "Road Marks," "The Little People," John Christopher, "The Book of the Beast," Robert Stallman, "The Arac" by Michael Shea, "The Crystal Cave" by Mary Stewart, "Space Odyssey," "The Autopsy" by Michael Shea, "The Dragon Waiting" by John Ford. None of those titles I'm interested in. None. None of them got any. My pulse did not change whatsoever reading those. But then he's got a shit ton of other stuff. But probably within this, I have no best guess as to when they will be done, but probably within the next 6 to 9 months include Alfred Bester, Masters of Science Fiction, Neuromancer, Count Zero, and Mona Lisa Overdrive by William Gibson, 6 novels by Frederick Brown, 4 books by Brian McNaughton, a massive collection by Lisa Tuttle, and volume 1 of the collected short stories of Robert Sheckley. Finally, the following titles should all be done by the end of 2027. The Shadow of the Torturer, the Bruce Pennington art book, the Frank Kelly Freya's art book, The Stars, My Destination, The Ceremonies, Geek Love. Boom. That's the first one in this list that triggered a yes from me. The Dying Earth, Watership Down. So many people want that Richard Adams book. Dahlgren, a massive expanded edition of Fancies and Good Nights, our expanded second edition of the Shining Studies in a Horror Film, and a new title in the Studies in a Horror Film on Rosemary's Baby, and a lot more. So he's got so much coming out. He doesn't do what Paul Suntup does. He just like, here it is, everybody, go eat. He just throws it all out there. But what titles are you guys looking forward to? Because honestly, the Neuromancer, I have the Suntup edition. And it's great. I love it. I read the book. I loved it. A better version of that book was Blind Sight by Peter Watts. And I don't think Neuromancer was it was groundbreaking. It was mind-bending for the first of its kind. And I think in that regard, it's an amazing book. But it just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't blow me away. Like, it didn't feel as bendy, as mind-bendy, or as challenging as I wanted it to be. Blind Sight was really challenging. And I don't think I fully grasped that book. I love it. But Neuromancer felt more like action. I want a heftier brain type read. But it felt just more action. So I don't know. So I should be excited by the Neuromancer, Count Zero, and Mona Lisa Overdrive, the Sprawl trilogy. But I think I was done with Neuromancer. I'm like, okay, I'm good. But Geek Love I read, and that's a fantastic book. So I don't know, what are you guys thinking about? What would you get jazzed for? Never heard of any of those titles or authors. Where's Dr. Seuss? I'm 26 minutes behind. I got the 3 Howling books from Encyclopocalypse. Love the cover art. You're in the past. RA is way back there. The Shadow of the Torturer is the one I'm waiting for. Yeah. Well, I think there are a lot of people. Now, don't throw eggs. Don't get very upset if I mess this up. That's Gene Wolfe, right? Shadow of the Torturer? Or who's the author on that? Am I wrong? The 4 Satan's books by Brian McNaughton should be on everyone's order list. Well, see, now when you come at me with that, Ron weighed in. I'm going to listen. RA, if you're waiting for Soft Flotsam, I've got like 8 left. No pressure at all. Just letting you know. Yes, it's Gene Wolfe. Yeah. I'm hella throwing an egg at you through my phone. Yeah. Well, it hit me. Trust in that. And I deserve it. So I'm not even complaining because, like, yeah, I deserve it. I did not expect to show those prints, and now I got to frame them. So yes. So I don't know. Are you guys excited for Still Floating? I didn't even get your reactions. It's essays. It's like, I don't know. To me, that doesn't sound, and honestly, there's like, yeah, there's nobody that's a real standout other than Brian James Freeman. Um, and that cover is worth it. That cover is worth the $35. But honestly, I don't know. Looking forward to those Frederick Brown books too. Glad to see he's still doing crime aside from the Woolrich series. I read Rendezvous in Black, and that was an excellent book. Cornell Woolrich. I did buy a couple of those. So they're good. Matt Mahurin covers, I believe. Very cool. Very cool stuff. And I should now, you guys talked about I'm not gonna embarrass myself. I'm gonna look it up real quick. It won't take me but a minute. Just go to the Jeff word. Do. Wait, who posted on the Jeff word? Aw, Christopher Bowers, you posted some 6 hours ago. I never saw. That's adorable. What did he post? What did he post? I gotta show it. Doggy. Look at the doggy. Look at the baby. Look at those books. God damn it, Christopher. Ugh. So yeah. So what was I doing? I was scrolling. This. Has anybody done a special edition of these Richard Stark books? Anybody? Has anybody done these? I want to talk about the Parker novels. The Parker novels. Has Centipede Press done these? I'm very, very interested in reading these after everything everybody said about them. Very, very interested. This looks cool. I love this setup, this display, the way these books look next to each other. But I've got to read them. And no, they've been no limited Stark books. Wow, if there were, they'd definitely be on my shelf. Damn, you know who should do it is True Hard Case. They should do it, I think. For me, I couldn't give less of an F about that new It essay book. Damn. USA taking the World Cup. Congrats to our players. Congrats to them. So I think there's an opportunity here. Did anybody recommend this to Jared? I think that would be an easy sell the way everybody's talking about him. You know, I think there was a lot of energy, a lot of good enthusiasm for those books. Essays sound like homework, to be honest. You know, that's the thing. Like Richard Chismar wrote Revisiting Stephen King. It's a book about his book reports about Stephen King. He had to put King's balls down long enough to type that up. And it's just so gross to me. It's like everybody sold out their dignity to just be next to Stephen King. Is that all you wanted out of life? Is like, I'm not going to be anything other than in this guy's shadow. And I'll admit, Chismar's a New York Times bestseller. He created a level of wonderful stuff for the world and then blew it all up. But he still positions himself in Stephen King's shadow. And that's just a pathetic existence. So, I don't know. It just F that noise, lol. Yeah, they do. I mean, it's like, I guess, but there's a certain energy for that. There's a study in horror film that Centipede does. There's people that like those nonfiction books about the fiction we love, and that's fine. And that's fine. That ain't me though. That ain't my jam. I didn't even buy the new Josh Malerman book, which is because it's nonfiction. I should have gotten it. I'll wait for the SST edition. Speaking of, SST just came out with another book from an author that he's done many, many titles from. I am passing on it because I have 2 copies of this book, both signed. And people said it's a good one, but I don't know. I'm not jazzed about Grady Hendrix. I might read it. I'm going to read one more Grady Hendrix, but I don't know. I don't know. He seems like a weak draw. I don't know what SST is going to do, but it looks beautiful. Oh, did I just announce? Oh man, I'm bad. Shh, shh, shh. I let it slip. That's hilarious. I try to put, but you know what? It's the Mango Mule. Just I didn't say anything. I'll deny it, and nobody watches this, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, that's funny. I would let Stephen King give me. I don't even want to read that, Jesse. Watching Evil Dead was awesome. Loved it as much as on writing. See, that's what I'm thinking, Jason. That was my thought. I'm like, this is Josh Malerman's on writing. And the guy is a brilliant writer. Even his Facebook posts are awesome. Just flows, man. It's just he's a whole vibe. He's a whole mood. And you just get carried away. And very, very wonderful stuff that guy writes. Brilliant. So yeah, I know I would love it. I loved on writing. So I just didn't pull the trigger on it. I'm currently reading Pictures of You by Mellerman. Pretty good so far. Where did you get it, Jesse? You're exactly right. I highly recommend reading it. Yeah. I want Pictures of You. How'd you get the ARC? Is it on NetGalley? Is it an ebook? Oh, speaking of a galley or a UAP, uncorrected advanced proof or whatever, advanced uncorrected proof, whatever Paul Miller calls them. I think Paul Miller calls them galleys. And I can't open the damn thing. He sent me this today, so I'm going to read this after I'm done with Slaughterhouse 5. And before I read this No Giant Crabs in this novel, this is October Town by Mia Dahlia. And oh boy, I get to read it and review it for you. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to read it. October Town. Give you some advance notice. What? Huh, this is interesting. Right off the bat, it comes out with a table of contents that just lists the chapters. That's pretty wild. There's a point to that I'm not seeing yet. Why does each chapter need to be called out? You don't do that in novels. You don't need it. What is Horror For? By Michael Marshall Smith is the author of the foreword or introduction or whatever. Then the prologue, and then part 1. I wonder why every chapter has its own page number. Like, are people like, I'm just going to start at chapter 9? Maybe it makes sense when I read it, but very intriguing nonetheless. October Town. This is available for pre-order right now from Earthling, and I'll get back to you with the review. I really liked Beautiful Ones, the last book I read from Mia, and so I have high hopes for this one. And of course, A Song for the End of the World, I previously read and told you all about that. So anyway, that's very cool. It is not numbered, Jesse. That one is not numbered. It is an advanced review copy. You can get a numbered for $60, I believe. NetGelly, they sent me an email. Okay. Yeah, so I don't do ebooks, but yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm just a sucker for the tactile. I don't like sitting and looking at a screen any more than I already do. Ugh, just kills you. It just kills you. That's all. It's easy to understand when you're dead. When you're dead. Oh, and then so yes, and finally we have a new Suntup coming out this week. I don't remember what the guess was. I think it was Ursula Le Guin, Left Hand of Darkness. I think that was the guess. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that'll be June. So that'll be the end of the second quarter. And then next Monday, we will get a brand new quarter. And one book a month. You know, when you look at what Centipede Press does in the shitload of titles I just outlined from Jared, there's just so many. There's like tons and tons of books, but they're not each $500 book. They're not each a $500 book. Wow. That Mango Mule kicked. And therefore it's not, that big of a burden. I mean, tell that to Jason Guys. But Suntub doing a one book every month at a $500 book, man, that is so much. That is so much. But he's doing it, and we'll see what the next quarter will be. I don't think I've been super jazzed about a Suntub title since Hellbound Heart, because I got that classic edition coming my way, and I don't have anything else on pre-order, and I don't remember any other books that I'm like, oh goddamn, I wish I was still on the train. Nothing burning, no burning need to get it. But what if Suntub does other worlds than these? What if? Because I heard Grant's not doing it. If Cemetery does it, I will lose my mind. I'll lose my goddamn mind. Lath of Heaven, yes. Yes, Lath of Heaven was the guess. Yes. Paul's been numbering some galleys. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no. He did, you're right. He did number my previous Dahlia one. And let me see. Nope. At least nothing up front. No. It did come with a letter saying, please review it. And I will. Oh, I will. So that'll be inbound. But no, he didn't number it. He did number I have the other Mia Song for the End of the World arc, as well as the hardcover. And that was numbered. He also numbered the Night of Long Knives arc. But I don't know of too many. I don't know of the other ones that he's done that to. Started on this stream sober. Now I'm the tipsy stage. Everybody's getting a little tipsy. Well, you're lucky because we're coming up on the time. We're coming up on it. Coming up on it real fast. Real fast. And as long as you're home and not operating heavy machinery, you can be tipsy. That's okay. But Beef Daddy doesn't approve of drunkenness. Drunkenness. Do not. Okay, I'm home. Good. And if you're not home, please thank you for lying and saying you're home. I don't want to be complicit when you're illicit. Oh, what else? So we talked about Still Floating. We talked about October Town. We talked about Thunderstorm. Talked about The Rack. Centipede. Encyclopocalypse, and the Parker series, from our friend Richard Stark. Richard Stark. And that's about all I had planned. That's it. It's all. It's all. Now I'm getting a little bit of the sweats. Man, I could have used more just to have that. We showed you the Francois prints. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. Not signed, but awesome nonetheless. Suitable for framing in any home. So I'm going to cut it off there. Cut it like a bobbit. Mitch, don't look that up. I don't want you to get that reference. And we'll get going. We'll get going. And I hope everybody who gets more storms later, they can weather those storms. Everything will be fine. I hope. As fine as it can be in this world. Time to hit the road. Not literally. Have a great week. Yes, everybody have a good one. Have a great night. I will be back next week with more Jabber John and books and all the books and maybe some alcohol too.